Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Sunday Morning Shred. I'm your host, Mark Murray, and this is not Sunday Morning Shred. I didn't record an episode this week, but I do have something for you. This is going to be part 2 of the Hot Days vlogs. Earlier this week on my main channel, I posted part 1 to the Hot Days vlogs, and basically we had a big heat wave here in Southern California for just over about a week. It was over 100 degrees every single day. And I had to rearrange my schedule to work around the heat. You can't paint guitars when it's 106 degrees out. So I decided to document it and kind of show you guys, over the week, some of the stuff that I was working on. And this is going to be part 2. I think this is days 2 and 3 of the big heat wave. So it's a bunch of miscellaneous random vlog kind of stuff. And I hope you guys enjoy it. You may have noticed I have a Sunday Morning Shred shirt on. How cool is that? We got merch, guys. So you can go buy one of these shirts. I'll have the link down in the description over at guitarguts.com. And I'll have a link, like I said, in the description over to that. But I got a bunch of great stuff over at guitarguts.com now. We got the Guitar Guts coasters, the koozies, signature guitar picks, the Kill Boost pedal, the guitar, my signature picks from Iron Age. And I even got a couple guitars, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But for now, go grab yourself a Sunday Morning Shred shirt. And it helps support Trash to Thrash, Sunday Morning Shred, everything I do, all these videos over here, and yeah, I would really appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get on into Hot Days vlog number 2. Alright, and I just got back from my UPS store where I get packages shipped into me. And there's a package here. It's a guitar. I didn't know what I was going to be getting in today, to be honest. And the name on the front, I don't recognize it. So I'm going to pop this thing open. I checked my email. This name was not in any of the messages in my email inbox, and it also wasn't on my Instagram. Recently chatted with people, and then I checked my Excel spreadsheet where I keep my pricing and my invoices and all my my record of what's coming in and what I'm working on and what mods I'm doing to everything. I didn't see this name on there either, so we're going to open this up right now and figure out what this is, because it says it's coming from Southpaw Guitars, so it could be that somebody bought this from Southpaw Guitars, had it shipped directly to me, and once I open it, I'm going to know right away possibly what this is. Could be from somebody else, somebody who I'm going to be doing work for, and then I'll go, oh yeah, it's the so-and-so guitar. So that happens once in a while. Things get shipped to me third party, because somebody sees a cool used guitar online, wants me to mod it for them. They have, they arrange it with me ahead of time, and then I tell them, yeah, here's my address. Just get it delivered directly to me. So, but I don't think I got payment from anybody recently that was going to be doing that. So I'll be sending out an invoice today. We'll see. Let's check out what this is. So, okay, it's a Kramer. I already know what this is now. Pretty sure this is a left-handed Kramer Beretta. Pretty sure. Let's check this out. I know somebody, I've been chatting with a guy who has a left-handed Kramer, wants a 5150 paint job on it. And I actually, if you remember from a couple, probably 3 or 4 weeks ago, okay, yeah, this is a Floyd Rose model too. I got a 5150 standard Beretta, the more affordable, like $180 model, a blue one in. It's actually hanging right over here, ready to be sanded. It's all disassembled. And I'm going to be doing the 5150 paint job on both of these. So it'll be cool to do them in tandem, because they're going to get pretty much the same amount of work, and then they're going to be literally mirror images of each other, because one's left-handed and one's right-handed. Of course, it's wrapped well in a Kramer box, so that's what kind of gave it away that it was a Kramer. Came with, stickers and receipts and things like that. So, okay, yeah, this is Don's guitar. Totally remember that. It said Jim with a different last name on the outside of the box. I was like, I don't recognize that. I was in the car before I came back, and I was looking through all my information and my accounts, and I was like, I don't remember anybody with the name Jim sending a guitar into me this week. So check it out. We got a lefty, man. You lefties have been hounding me for the last 2 years to do more lefties. I've already done, not many, 2 lefty models. I'm working on a Jackson lefty. You could actually probably see it right back here. There's a reverse Rhodes, because it's a lefty model, and that one's actually been painted and ready for some clear coat, I think. I just got the body perfect. There was like I filled the neck pickup in, and the filler kept sinking, but I think this week it looks like it's good. Okay, so this is beautiful. Look at this thing. We got a black Kramer Beretta. Is this called is it not the special? It's the Floyd Rose model. So I think the specials are the cheaper ones. that are the or the Strat trem, but check that out. Very cool. This is the 1984. That's what this is. So that's a Kramer Beretta Special over there. This one's the 1984. It's got the, I think, a Seymour Duncan JB pickup. Zebra colors. Super sick. Floyd Rose 1000 series with the D-Tuna. Very cool. Man, it looks slick in black, too. I mean, was this used? I got to double check. No, it looks like it's brand new. There's no sign at all anywhere on it that it was played. A couple fingerprints on the back, probably just from shipping. Looks like it's brand spanking new. So, oh, it's even got like the Floyd Rose parts, you know, the tools behind the headstock. Dang, this thing's really cool. These are only like $600 or $700 too. Like, how did they get away with making these guitars so affordable? $180 for the Kramer Beretta Special is crazy, but dang. So there it is, man. Gloss black. Looks beautiful. I don't get a lot of brand new black guitars in. Usually the black ones we get in are used and pretty beat up and they're ready for a refinish or whatever, but this one is slick looking. And also a lot of the new guitars I get in aren't necessarily black. Something about black. I was raised on black guitars. My first 6 guitars or so were all black, and I still got a few of them, but they don't look like this anymore. This is just absolutely beautiful. Don, your guitar has arrived. Safe and sound, looking beautiful. Ready? Next time I disassemble some guitars, this will be in the mix, which will probably be in the next couple days because we're in the middle of this insane heat wave, and I'm looking for things to do in the shop here rather than working outside, which means less painting and less Bondo work because I don't like to do those things inside, and less sanding right now. But in the mornings, I got a window of about 2 or 3 hours where I can paint, and I have a window of about only an hour where I can sand. And if I'm going to be sanding, I won't be painting because while you're sanding, you're going to get dust all over yourself. If I'm wearing long sleeve like I do when I paint, you know, you paint, you do a coat every 7 minutes or so. I'm not going to be changing my clothes, getting into sanding clothes, going out and sanding for 3 minutes, come back in, put my painting clothes on, go in, spray another coat. I'm not going to go back and forth like that. So when I'm painting, I'll come in here and I'll cut headstock logos, or I'll go through my invoices, or go over my schedule for the day, or maybe post something on social media. I'll find things to do in between the coats, the 6 or 7 minutes in between. But I don't like to mix painting with sanding because obviously you get super dusty, and that's going to get in your paint job when you go in the spray booth, and that's no good. On these hot days, I'm finding things to do here in the shop. Got the air conditioner rolling, so it helps keep the shop a little cooler. This will be one of them. I think I got the list of guitars to disassemble. Actually, it's right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's going to be a good 5-hour chunk of the day. Probably tomorrow, which will be Friday, or Saturday. I'll probably do a big disassembly day. It's kind of funny because I'm kind of limited right now because of the weather, where it's 100 degrees during the day. I was out there a little while ago. I did spray this morning, the Warrior, and when I brought the Warrior in, it was already over 100 degrees in the spray booth. I just checked in there, it was 106, and it's like 105 outside when I was just driving around. So I imagine that spray booth is even hotter. I kind of want to do an experiment and close the doors on it, turn the fan off, and see what the absolute hottest it can get. But let's go check it right now and see. But yeah, I will be doing some disassembly, some initial sanding, and I can do probably, if I spend all day, I could probably disassemble all 11 of those guitars and sand them all in one day. That'll be my entire day, but I can probably do them all in one day, I think. But yeah, it's funny because the heat has kind of motivated me to get my painting done real early in the morning. So by 8 or 9 a.m., I'm done spraying. It's getting to be over 90 in the booth at that time, so I'm not painting anyways. I can't paint. It kind of limits me, and then that kind of motivates me because now I know I got to get up extra early, make sure these things are painted and done, or else they're not going to get done. So let's go out, check out into the spray booth, and see how hot it actually is out there right now. Hey guys, I want to let you know over at GuitarGuts.com, I actually have a guitar available for sale. There's actually 2 guitars I'm working on. One of them is up for sale now, and you can choose your own options. You can choose what bridge you want in the guitar and what pickups. So depending on your budget, you could pick up this awesome 1993 Jackson King V that I refinished on the Hot Days vlog number 1. So if you go on the website, there's drop-down menus, and you can choose the stock pickups and stock bridge. That'll leave the guitar at around $850. or you could upgrade to a bunch of different bridges and pickups, and it gets up around $1,200. So depending on your budget, you can have this guitar. And if you go with the lower end, I'm pretty sure under $1,000, that's the limit. There's Shopify Shop Pay, so you can pay payments every 2 weeks, and they'll break it down into 25% payments. So really cool way to get the guitar shipped out immediately for you guys, and also you get the guitar without having to pay all up at once. So check it out. It's over at guitarguts.com. We'll have the link, of course, down in the description to that. I'm also working on the OLP MM1. It's the EVH style quilted maple top with a flat black on it, and it's really cool. Part of it's in this video here, and if you're a Patreon member or YouTube member, then you've seen part 1 of the rebuild of that guitar. Part 2 of the rebuild is going to be coming up next week, so be sure to sign up to that YouTube membership. If you don't know about that, YouTube now offers a service for $5 a month. You can sign up and you get exclusive video content that shows behind the scenes stuff that I'm working on, guitars that I haven't shown to the public yet that are members only. You get the first shot at buying it too, because you know about this guitar after watching the video, you see it, and you can reserve it before it's even finished. So the MM1 is also available. Send me an email, mark@guitarguts, if you want to buy that one. So we got 2 guitars available right now. If you want to buy one of them, like I said, send me an email or go on the website and buy that King V. I appreciate your guys' continued support, and let's get back into the video. We're at 108 degrees here, 16% humidity, which is nothing. There's so much overspray, it's hard to read this thing. Does it say 113 was the high? Yeah, it got up to 113 degrees. You can see down on the bottom right. I gotta clean this screen off and make it a little easier to see. I cleaned the entire paint booth out a couple weeks ago, or about a week ago, and it actually does look great. There was starting to build up a lot of dust. I was storing some extra wood in here against this wall because I paint in this direction and the exhaust pulls it out that way. But I came through, vacuumed it all, brushed all the walls, scrubbed down the floors and the walls with soap and water, and it took me half the day on a Saturday, but I did a paint job that day and I got some extra dust in the clear coat, and with the clear coat you can sand out that stuff, but I don't want to deal with that in the future. So let's close these doors. Let's actually kick the fan off. One thing is the fan does pull dust in, because when I paint, we close the doors and there's this little tiny crack where they don't fully seal, and when this is pulling out, obviously it's got to pull air in, so dust is actually like magnetized into the spray booth. But you also don't want stagnant paint particles just floating in here all the time. You know, you want to keep the air moving. So 113 degrees was the high in there for the last 24 hours. I suspect if I keep that door closed and the fan off, I'm going to go out there later today and I'm probably going to see 115 degrees, I'm guessing, in the spray booth as the high. So we got Don's guitar here. Awesome to know that that's what it is. I just finished making a batch of headstock logos for a few guitars that are upcoming, and now I'm going to head into the house, work on some videos, and work on some stuff in the house for a couple hours. Then I'm going to come back out and work a little more on the OLP here. So every day I've been putting an hour or two into this one. This is the quilted maple OLP that I did the flat black striping on, and the frets are all in. They're trimmed, the edges, and they look like they sat down really good. There's none that are lifting or anything like that after a night of sitting there. And yeah, next thing I'm going to do is sand these bevels nice and angled. So I'm not sure if you guys have already seen the footage of this step of that guitar, but I'm recording all of this guitar for a Patreon exclusive, and down the line it'll probably be an episode of Trash to Thrash. But first, you guys are going to get to see it. If you guys want to buy the guitar, you'll have the first shot at it, because Patreon is my #1 supporters, and my goal down the line eventually would be to grow the Patreon so big that that's what's paying all the bills, and I don't have to build guitars to sell. I just give all the creations away. That's the ultimate goal. Give away a guitar every single month. That was my original plan, and it's just, so hard to keep up with that, especially when, this is what I do for my job. So if I could get enough members to the Patreon, which would probably be close to 500 members, we're at about 100, a little under 100. So if we can get it up to 500, that would be when, weekly guitar giveaway, or monthly guitar giveaways, and they would be all out super sick guitars. So gonna head inside and work on the computer for a bit, then come back out, work on this. All right, we're past 6 p.m. Gonna do a little bit of work on this OLP MM1. So check out the OLP MM1 if you want to see some more on this guitar. Gonna finally use this sanding, this fret file. This is for coming down on these ends here. You lay that on the fretboard, and then this file edge here will put a 45-degree angle across the ends of the frets, making them nice and smooth. So that is the next step for getting these frets playable. So some of you guys know I've been making custom headstock logos for people using my vinyl cutting machine. And this is one that I just made today. So this is an Ernie Ball Volume Pedal Junior logo that I made for somebody. They sent me a photo of the logo on their pedal. Up real close, it's obviously a volume pedal, so it's a long pedal, and this goes on the side. He's going to repaint it, and he needs 2 of these logos. So I made him a couple of these, and yeah, it looks pretty good, right? Alright, well, I'm just about to get this thing packed up, making sure it's tuned up, and before I pack it up, make sure that everything works on it correctly. But the Schecter finally sold. Last night, somebody hit me up on Instagram, saw that I had posted about it a couple days ago, and it's finally ready to go. So, gotta get it packed up, like I said. Do a little jamming on it before I pack it up. Make sure, like I said, everything works on it. Dual volumes throws me off. It's got 2 master volumes, one for each pickup, so I'm used to, a master volume, master tone, or whatever. Here and not right when my customer opened it up. This is why you test guitars before you ship them. So we'll throw some brand new strings on this bad boy and get it packed up. Alright, thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Like I said earlier, if you want to help support Guitar Guts, you can sign up to my Patreon page. It's $10 a month. We have the guitar giveaways on there, the Guitar Guts Discord channel, plus the exclusive content and ad-free versions of all my videos that I do. I also now have the YouTube memberships, which is $5 a month. It's half the price. But I heard that a lot of people are boycotting Patreon for political reasons, and that's totally fine, whatever. So over on YouTube, I'm offering all the exclusive videos that are normally on Patreon, the exclusive content, we're calling it now. That is now available on YouTube if you're a YouTube member. So you also get the YouTube badges. You get like a little verified Guitar Guts badge by your name. There's going to be Guitar Guts emojis going up, and then, like I said, the exclusive content. So up now is the OLP MM1 rebuild video, part 1. It's going to be a little multi-part series, like 3 videos probably. And I just rebuilt an Alien Blood Jackson Rhodes. That's going to be going back up on there. So if you miss Trash to Thrash, this is a nice substitute for it because it's me rebuilding guitars, but in a slightly different format over multiple episodes. And I actually have a couple more guitars that I've done in the same way that are similar to older builds that I've done, that I decided to break them down and do them in a different type of video series. So If you go over to GuitarGuts.com, like I said earlier, there's a guitar for sales page. You can pick up the Sunday Morning Shred shirt. We got the Kill Boost pedal. We got my signature Guitar Guts kill switches, the Guitar Guts sticker packs, the Guitar Guts picks, all kinds of awesome stuff over there. And we, of course, have this Jackson King V, the Crackle one that I showed you in part 1 of the Hot Days vlogs. You can go pick up that guitar starting at $850 if you just want the stock Jackson pickups, the stock Jackson bridge, or you could upgrade to the Goto 1996 bridge, which is what I recommend, a Floyd Rose Special, a Floyd Rose Original. You can get some Seymour Duncan pickups in it, you can get some EMG pickups in it, and that's going to kick the price up because those parts obviously cost more, so it's going to kick it up to around $1,250, I think, is what the top one with the original Floyd and the EMGs or the Seymour Duncans. I think it kicks it up around $1,250. So you can go grab it for as little as $850 though. If you want the stock stuff, you can do your own upgrades down the road or leave it. I mean, they sound good as is. So it's an awesome guitar, Crackle paint job, and it can be yours. Also, the MM1 in this video, that one's not listed anywhere yet, but if you want to buy the OLP MM1, send me an email, mark@guitarguts.com, and we can arrange that for you. So, I thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you soon. Sunday Morning Shred will return next weekend, and yeah, I hope you guys have a great week. Thanks for watching. Rock on, my friends.